to episode 10 of Evermore Digital's Vendor Spotlight, bringing you the very best in insurance technology. 10 episodes feels like something of an anniversary, so I urge you, please break out a little bit of the bubbly, let off a few party poppers, crank up the Stevie Wonder, and let's celebrate good times. And celebrating with me today is our second South African guest on Vendor Spotlight so far. He's buzzed his way through Lightyear, served your schemes at SchemeServe, and now is responsible for Cloud Insurance's onslaught on the UK insurance market, having recently opened their new UK arm. We have Alex Astengo. Alex, welcome.
Thank you, Ed, for that introduction.
So, Alex, tell us a bit about yourself and your journey into insurance.
Yeah, it started really back when I was still a vacation student. I got commissioned to work on a job to measure the commission of a broker at Liberty Life. And then actually worked at one of the largest medical funds during my accounting articles and found some fraud, which was pretty exciting for accounting articles. Wow. And then sort of left insurance and fast forward, went through a whole lot of different tech sales jobs around accounting, construction, real estate, and finally came back into the insurance market when I thought it was cool, I guess, to work with, as you know, the schemes provider, and now Cloud Insurance, which we call the Apple of insurance tech.
The Apple of insurance. That is quite the statement. Well, I think we're going to need to find out a bit more about that Apple. So as always, we're going to have your 5 killer questions on your InsurTech offering, followed by the randomly generated quick fire round. Not at all. But without further ado, let's crack on. So what do you do and how does it help brokers, MGAs and insurers?
Right. So let's imagine you're an insurer, broker, and MGA. You want to launch products quickly. You want to easily connect to distribution partners. You want to serve your end customers better, and you want to improve your operational efficiency and, of course, be compliant. We provide that with a robust, flexible, and user-friendly and intuitive platform. And what that allows you to do is manage your claims, manage your policies and your distribution, and also make sure that your end customers enjoy buying from you and your staff will love using it. We're API and mobile first. So you can connect with data providers, ecosystem partners, and be future ready for connecting with IoT devices, machine learning, and also including dynamic pricing. And really, we feel like we're not a vendor, we're really a partner that enables you to grow quickly and innovate easily. So that's what we're there for.
And what's the element of that offering of which you're most proud?
I'd say it's a combination really of our flexible data model and what we call our time slice feature, which means that you can really divide the insurance cover into distinct either members, trips, or periods as short as a second, so that your end customers can be covered how they want to be covered, and allows you freedom to design your products with the future in mind, not the way that they've been done in the past. And I also like to mention that the culture of Cloud Insurance is very much that they're true digital natives. These guys are obsessed with customer experience and design. So I've been working in a lot of tech companies and I've never seen anyone who's so obsessive about getting that customer experience to be frictionless and beautiful.
Beautiful indeed. And charging by the second, how very InsurTech of you.
Yeah.
But what's the biggest success story you've had within your business?
I'd say, a lot of our clients see massive improvement in terms of time to market and certainly increasing revenue. But my favorite story is really a major travel insurer in the US who spent about a year and probably 7 figures sum to develop on a global CRM platform, which we won't mention. And then they were referred to us and we were able to build exactly what they needed within a few months and for less than a tenth of what they spent before. And now they process like 200,000 policies with us. So yeah, that was just a really good story. But we have loads of case studies on the website if you want to go and have a look.
And you can see the website below Alex right now on the screen, hopefully, if I haven't messed up the edit. But what does your typical or ideal customer look like in terms of profile?
Yeah, so we like to work with growing and ambitious and innovative businesses who really want to embrace digital. So they want to provide their customers with end-to-end, frictionless interactions, easy to get quotes, painless to purchase, seamless to pay, all the touch points, onboarding, policy admin, and payment and claims, all in one end-to-end offering. Yesterday, I was chatting to a prospect who described themselves as a digital insurer who wants to control the customer experience end-to-end. And I said, I'm going to use that in the talk tomorrow because that's exactly who our ideal customer is. So we suit, niche, medium-sized offerings, particularly in personal lines. But we have worked with enterprise level corporates and insurers to be part of their overall tech stack. And really, we're strong in the area of affinity and group schemes because we're able to have that membership all built into the platform without any additional coding or work.
And I'm going to give you a bit of a hard time now, Alex. You can't hold it against me, but what is the biggest weakness in your offering?
Yeah, I knew this one was coming in. And look, we're a scale up. So we're really on the start of what we call our partnership network. So we're on a program to really expand out the ecosystem partners that we work with, particularly in the UK. So the advantage of that, I guess, is we're able to sort of cherry pick the best of breed of class of the different offerings. Right now, we're looking to work with some exciting partners who do co-browsing and messaging, which is obviously big now with COVID. Some sentiment analysis on ethanol advisors, and also anyone who's able to really engage and add to the journey, we're happy to work with. So that's the message out there. If anyone is wanting to work with a very innovative InsurTech, come and speak to me.
I'm going to ask you now for the quick fire round to make like Fat Joe and lean back slightly so we can see more of you, Alex. We want to see all of you. Your face is lovely, but that close up for me is too much. But we're going to go on to the quick fire round. 10 questions, instinctive answers. We have question number 1. Who is your dream board member?
I would say Jack Ma. He's just a very inspirational guy, given that, if you read his story, the amount of rejection he had and he still persevered, that's quite incredible. I think he'd be a massive addition to any board.
Yeah, absolutely. Favorite other InsurTech?
I really like Cytora. Went to one of their events. They are smart guys and just have a clear focus on what they're doing. So yeah, really like Cytora.
Greatest sports person in history?
I have to go with Pelé. He was just my hero in all the World Cups, and even though they beat Italy, but I think he's still the greatest ever.
Twitter or LinkedIn?
I love both, but I think LinkedIn is probably right now the most.
Is that the LinkedIn police I can hear in the background?
Yeah,
have you posted a dog picture or something?
Ambulance going by. That's probably the Twitter guy going, hold on a second.
So sorry, Twitter or LinkedIn?
Yeah,
which one was it?
At the moment, just from an engagement point of view. But I find Twitter is growing on the sort of corporate end, and it's probably a more real time and authentic way of interacting these days.
Yeah, we were discussing this yesterday on Twitter, actually, and saying I think Twitter is where I seem to meet more people and have more conversations, but LinkedIn is probably where you generate more leads. That seems to be what I'm seeing at the moment. And content on Twitter is dead.
Spam on LinkedIn these days, which makes it hard to find the good stuff.
Question 5, InsurTech with or without an E?
Definitely without an E, but my marketing lady said the E must be Ed.
Eve, I like that. We should now add an E into InsurTech. Absolutely. I now especially like your marketing lady. She's my new favorite. I am the E in InsurTech. I can't say I'm the E in InsurTech because there's 2. But online or face-to-face?
I obviously love face-to-face, but these days, clearly it's online, but literally cannot wait to get back to normality and meetings and pubs and et cetera, et cetera.
What's your favorite wine?
I'm a huge fan of South African wines, clearly. And there's a brand called Rustenburg, which is just, every year they win awards, et cetera. And they're actually reasonably priced relative to some of the other high-end stuff. So fantastic wine.
Not Lambrini then. That's what's in my cupboards.
There's some good Italian from my region, Alba. There's, Nebbiolos and Barolos are really good too.
Lovely. And what's the soundtrack to your life while you're drinking your wine?
Well, I've always grown up with the Rocky soundtrack, Eye of the Tiger, which is very inspiring. And if they put that on, I'm bouncing around. So that's probably the one I'd go with.
You always want to run when I hear it. I want to find some steps and I want to charge up them. The terminology one here for you. So broker or agent?
This one gets us in loops all the time, but we're working towards the agent now. We feel brokers more dated type of terminology.
And finally, I know this one. I can see what the answer to this is just by looking at your face. But who would play you in the story of your life?
Has to be Xavier Bardem.
Absolutely. This was originally, I'll let everyone at home into a little bit of an insight here, but that was originally in my intro. And then I suddenly realized he looks so much like him that I better check that wasn't his answer to the question. So we changed things around a little bit. But Alex, thank you so much for coming on the show and telling us about cloud insurance. Please make sure to visit cloudinsurance.io to find out more about their insurance solution designed for growth and schedule a demo. If you enjoyed today's vendor spotlight, make sure to subscribe to evermoredigital.com as we bring you the latest in insurance technology news, views, and reviews. Please add your comments, like, subscribe to the channel, share to your boss, share to your hairdresser, share with the hipster friends over a smashed avocado breakfast. But for now, sadly, it's goodbye from Alex at Cloud Insurance.
Cheers.
And it's goodbye from me.